Alright, good afternoon. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you back in the Breaking Winter Center. We just have a tornado warning. Has just been issued. So we have a tornado warning in process. So let's go right to Storm Commander and sort this one out here. This is a tornado warning. Has just been issued. So the National Weather Service in Memphis has issued a tornado warning for the South Central Inkwood County and North Central Mississippi, South Central Lee County, and North Central Mississippi until 3 o'clock. So this is a tornado warning, so now's the time. If you're in the warning, go to your safe spot. So just give me a second here. I am trying to get everything loaded up here for a second. Just a second. So this tornado warning at the 3 o'clock at 3:27 is at 3:27 Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado was located let's see a severe thunderstorm at 2:27 Doppler radar has indicated a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado located near over Vernon, moving east around 25 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado. So this still is a radar indicated tornado. We do not have anything has been spotted or anything, but this is a tornado warning. So this is a time you're in the warning. Get centered, get covered, go to the lowest floor of your home. Put as many walls between you as possible. Right now we have a tornado warning in process, so we'll switch velocity up, and I can see why. Red next to green, that is gate-to-gate sheared. So if you're listed in any of these communities in that pink polygon, you need to be shaking your tornado precaution area right now. So I'll be right back just in a second. Alright, we still got that tornado warning in process. This is just a radar indicated tornado right now. Right now, it doesn't mean we have a confirmed one. It just means we have some weak rotation in the storm. So let's take a look here. Switch into red next to green. If you're in this Vernon area, Plathville, Toppatill area, Matcherton area, you need to be taking shelter. You're in your tornado precaution, and all that blue could be indicated something in the loft. We don't have, but up here could be a little small debris, but it doesn't really. But yeah, we'll have to watch that. If that comes debris ball, that could be a possible tornado trying to set up right over here. Echo tops are pretty decent today. Hail doesn't look like with the storm. We don't have any large hail falling with this. Let's see what comes through the radar here. Just flash flood warning. And flooding is going to be a biggest concern with this as it continues to happen. So if you're just joining me this afternoon, we have a tornado warning in process. So this line of thunderstorms continuing. So far, this is just showing up a radar indicated tornado. So we don't have a confirmed report of a tornado on the ground or anything, but yeah, flooding is going to be a biggest concern, and you can see that very tight rotation. This is very tight, gate to gate sheared there. So that means when the winds, when you have gate to gate shear, folks, I'll tell you what that means here in a minute. That means the winds are green's in, green and red's out. So that means the winds are turning different directions. And this is where we can have a possible tornado with that storm. So you need to be in a basement if you have one. Ground floor is where I would go if I was in a tornado warning. I have a safe room. That would be the safest place to be in. Just get away from windows. Even this storm does not produce a tornado, it will still produce. You could still have some damage and straight line winds, even you don't get a tornado half of the time. So now's the time. Take cover. Take it smoothly. This is the radar indicator so far. We could be seeing a tornado, but just get away from the windows. Just take it for tornado precautions area right now, and we'll get through this. So if you're just joining me about almost 2:35 this afternoon, join us from home, whatever you're at today. We have a tornado warning in process. So the rule, we try to stay with it best we can. And flooding's been becoming a huge concern. If you see water today, just turn around. Find another route. That's going to be a huge concern with any thunderstorm that does develop. There's a lot of heavy rain, and I'm starting to get lots of flooding today. And while we're on our tornado coverage, we want to deal with some flash flooding issues too while we're on here. So the flood warnings are on. I just turned them off while we're doing coverage so I can see what we're doing. And like I say, we're getting 2 inches of rain. Look at this. Gosh. Folks, we're seeing a lot of rainfall, but I can switch back here the last 3 hours. And I like to get storm totals in, so that way we'll know what we have. So we'll just have to see what happens on that. So flash flooding's been the biggest concern the last couple hours, and you can see, let me take the flood warnings off. This batch here is giving me like almost about 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour. That is tons of heavy rainfall. Some we're getting into the darker white colors. That is some very heavy rainfall. That could lead to some flash flooding, and that's what I'm worried about. We're starting to see lots of flooding, and not just on the train, everywhere, and lead to a lot more problems. So we had one report coming in of trying to see what this is. In Oxon, 8 inches of water has less than 2 homes on. So we're already starting to get more than 8 inches of water in at least 2 homes on west. So we're starting to get lots of heavy rainfall that having a lot of flooding. So remember, if you see water, turn around today, find another route. And while we're on air, I'm going to show you this too. We're already having some reports in Jonesboro, Arkansas, of a tree down on Highway 151 between Saline and Jonesboro. So these storms are powerful today. We could get some very strong winds that could produce. All right, we just have something just came across the screen here. Severe thunderstorm warning. Let me pull up what we have in place here. Let me see what this is at here. Franklin County has under a severe thunderstorm warning for Mississippi area. Looks like down in Louisiana. I'm trying to look at this white color. I don't even know what that means. Alright, that's probably just something. So yeah, we're just continuing to get storms that pop up a lot this afternoon. So we are continuing to have severe thunderstorm warnings in process right now. So I'll get the map key pulled right back up. Just give me a second. So yeah, we're starting to get more storms are pulling up here. The tornado warning is still in process. Folks, we're starting to get a new circulation right over here by the Louisiana area. So we could be getting another possible tornado trying to spin up again. There's no tornado warning yet, but we have another pink marker. Let me see what the rotation looks like. Very little sheared with that one. So we'll shut the flash flood warnings off because I really have to see what we're doing. I'm focusing on the tornado warning. We have a tornado warning trying to tie it up again. So let me see what this thing's showing here. And you see that's red next to green. That could be a possible tornado trying to tie it up. And we are still showing Doppler radar it's still showing that tornado could be tightened up there. So that could be, let's check in with our tool that we use here. That could be a small, back up just a second, folks. We could be seeing a small debris ball right there. Anytime we get a debris ball, that is never a good sign. That could be seeing a tornado on the ground. I'm not just looking through here, see if we have any more water. Looking for photos, and I've been seeing bunches of flash flooding going on, looking at them. Alright, folks, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we still have a tornado warning process that still shows that strong circulation there. Still looks like a very tight couplet, so that is still tightened up. We could be still seeing a tornado that is trying to spin up a little bit, so we have to really watch that really closely. So, if you just join me, severe thunderstorm warning process to about 3 o'clock. The storm is still capable of producing a tornado. Checking down here. The rest of them down south just look like mainly strong winds. But, like I said, flooding is going to be my biggest concern today. Is a lot of water. And that's why we're still watching. So, just like flood emergencies, there have been issued severe thunderstorm warning over here for parts of Arkansas. This doesn't really, why we're not on, is because this tornado warning. And we'll check in with echo tops if they look different. And let's see here. We have no confirmed report of a tornado on the ground in parts of Mississippi yet. But there's been a couple times I'm looking through here. We're given a small debris ball right over here earlier. That's what we had. That small debris ball. Anytime you get that debris ball like that, that's where you could be getting a tornado that is trying to form on the ground. So we definitely going to have to watch that. So right now it doesn't look as too close a little bit, but the edge a little bit we'll have to watch. So flip back here for animated things again. And you can see since we've been on since 2:37 today with you, we've been having severe thunderstorm warnings in process. It's because I'll take everything off. I'll show you why we've been having it. And I'll show you why. It's because we're having this little mesoscale. Anytime you get a bowing like this, you get very strong winds, strong sheared like that. And that's what leads to these small spin-up tornadoes or these little mesoscale from the low pressure system. You can get a small brief tornado back into form, and that's what I'm kind of worried about. We could have something like that. So we need to be aware, kind of looking for that. So right now we don't have no viewers on. So what we want to do is continue to watch our stuff here. I'm going to add everything back in. Flash flood warning has been issued, and we still have that tornado warning in process here. I mean, so far we don't have any confirmed report of a tornado touching the ground yet. It still shows this radar indicated tornado. That means we have a storm that could just be rotating. Let me check a look at the last frame here while we're on. When we first came on, it was a Doppler radar. Same thing when it came on for Mississippi and that area too. But I'm still concerned of more flash flooding. Severe thunderstorm winds are continuing down south of here in parts of Louisiana. These still could have a turn to be Alright, we have a severe thunderstorm warning down here and more in Mississippi County. these storms are giving me a little concern of winds up to 70 miles per hour. Well, we do have that watch for winds over 65 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm warning for Louisiana down here for eastern Jackson and central Union and Lincoln's Parish, Louisiana at 2:28. A severe thunderstorm is located along the line extended from 6 miles of Columbian or 12 miles northwest of Columbia, 10 miles north of Clark. Moonish around 45 miles an hour. So focus is booking at 45. So hazardous, 60 miles of wind gust. So this was 70 earlier. This is at first beginning. We had a couple times it showed that one warning did have 70 with it. And once you see 70 miles of gust, and this is booking at, we could indicate Merchant Manager has reported wind damage reported 7 miles south of Saline, Louisiana. So, folks, we're getting some wind damage with that. And I do see something trying to form here to the south of here, a little bit of weak rotation. So we could be getting another possible tornado trying to form again. And I'm going to roll this out sometimes when you get Louisianas because you get these storms that can spin up a lot. So yeah, you've seen this storm right here. This is that red next to green, folks. We could be getting another possible tornado trying to spin up again. So definitely that red next to green is giving me signs that we could see another tornado warning right over here. This storm is very strong. And you can see, we were talking about this on the video earlier, this area, a very strong sheared. Anytime the red next to green, that's giving me a very strong sign we could see a tornado with this. And we would have to see if that actually takes place or not. So let's pull up our different tool we use here. And let's see. That red color is giving me 50 to 60 knots. So folks, that is very strong. And once you get 50 to 60 knots sheared like that, that is very strong winds. We can see winds. The thunderstorm text is giving me 60 to maybe 65 miles of wind. That's enough to cause some wind damage, and that's why we're continuing to watch this severe thunderstorm warning and even these small possible tornadoes. Even that marker is trying to show right back up again. Let's see what we got here. And that red marker is indicated maybe a circulation trying to get going. Hold on a second. Alright, so you're just joining us about almost 3 o'clock. We've been on for a little bit with you since we've been having tornado warnings. And let's take a look here. And you can see that red next to green, that is gate-to-gate sheared there. That is still tightened up, so we could be dealing with a tornado that is trying to spin up again. And like I said, if you're trying to chase this or even look at it, you're not going to see these tornadoes today, folks. They're going to be very rain-wrapped, so you're not going to see it coming. So take cover now. Go to the lowest floor of a building. I'm trying to see if we have any new debris ball with this, and I don't see any. But I do see something right up there. That could be another strong sign, folks, of another debris ball up to the north of that. So if you're in that debris ball, that is a very strong sign we could see a tornado with this. And we definitely don't want to be outside. Because, folks, today in these tornado warnings today, you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be rain-wrapped, a bunch of rain flying, blowing in it. This is when the storm, when you get a rain-wrapped tornado, that's when the rain actually blows around and that's when that backward C sometimes happens, and that's when the rain just blows in, and it's just an invisible tornado that you're not going to see coming. So please, take cover immediately. Go to the lowest floor of the building. Put a mattress between you. I always tell kids to hunker down into a bathroom closet. I mean, put a helmet's going to help you protect yourself from flying debris on this tornado warning. So it's about 2:49. We're still on air with you because we've been having that one tornado warning and these severe thunderstorm warnings in place. I'll check in with that, with a couple of our markers, and see if we have anything new. It looks like it's going to move a different way. So, new warnings down to the south of us now. These are severe thunderstorm warnings up to 60 miles of wind gusts and penny-sized hail. I mean, these storms down here are not causing any harm to anything right now. But, like I said, we've been in the... So, tornado warning down here for parts of Tennessee, and that includes parts of Floating County. You're not in it, but if it holds together, they'll just be taking the north part of Floating and move to Fairview area. If you in Fairview, you definitely might want to be thinking about where you're going, because that's when the storm's heading to, is Fairview. If it holds together, that's what the storm will take it as. A line of thunderstorms have been watching for the last couple hours, and there is some more rotation trying to form up there a little bit. We'll have to see if anything else develops with that. So right now, tornado warning continues. Looking at the last text now, it's booking at 30 miles an hour. So that's that very fast, but still showing you it's still there. So we're not getting really any reports now coming in of a tornado on the ground or anything with this. So we will send things back. I mean, since we're not getting any reports right now, but we do get any new information that come into the desk right now of any damage or anything like that, we'll be right back with you. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We will continue to pass along any information, and we'll break in as we need to.